Hey Hans, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miss Madam, and today I'm doing a story time, so stay tuned.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car.
Okay guys, so I'm doing a story time today. It's all about my fight I was involved at my old job.
Say what?
Okay guys, so I was in a fight at my past job. So before we get into the fight, so let me start. If you guys know, I went to the Anglican High School, graduated from Anglican High School. So went to high school. After high school, did sign up to go to college, did stand up in the hot sun to register to go to college, but still did not end up going to college. What happened was I ended up getting a job. So I ended up getting a job by my father. My father actually, well, I ended up working in one of the popular fast food restaurants in Grenada. So I ended up getting a job at one of the popular fast food restaurants in Grenada. I don't even have to call name. I think you guys know the #1 fast food restaurant in Grenada. Okay, so what happened was my father is related to his first wife, and he was also friends with the head manager at the time. So he went to her and he was like, you know, he have his daughter at home. He wants to get her a little job for the meantime. That was me. So, you know, she told him, you know, let me come, you know, next day, what I supposed to wear, what time to come and stuff like that. So I remember getting up the next day and going to work. First day at work, I was very nervous because #1, I didn't want it to work as yet. I just finished school and I wanted to enjoy my free time. #2, I didn't want to work at that place at the time. I was like, I just finished school. I feel that's so nice, you know. And here I am going to work at a fast food restaurant. You know, a lot of people, when they see fast food restaurant workers, they think low of these people, you know. So I had this in my head, like, you know, oh my God, I'm gonna work there. People gonna watch me in this kind of way, you know, and stuff like that. But I still got up and I went to the job. I got there before everybody else, was just me and the manager. She had me sit down, she talked to me, she let me know what she expects from me and what the job is all about. And then she asked me a question. She was like, what exactly I want to do? So I told her, I said, I would like to work in the back of the house because I didn't want to be up front and center for all my friends to see me. I was trying to hide. So I was like, I want to work in the back of the house. So she was like, exactly what? You want to do what? You wanted, and I told her, I said, probably I want to, you know, cook. So she was like, you want to cook? I said, yes. She said, okay. So I started off in the back cooking. So that same day the staff came in, they saw me, they said hi, they was friendly, everything. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, my name is Melissa, la 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 la. But there was this one girl, since she entered and she saw me, she had this stink face, like, you know, who is this? She was looking like me, like, who is this girl, you know? She said hi to me, but it was in this kind of manner, like, she don't even want to say hi. She just saying hi because, you know. So I said hi to her. I didn't mess with her after the day because I realized she wasn't vibing with me and I'm not vibing with her. All the other stuff was good, you know, to me. So I worked there, enjoy my working time, first day stuff. We moving on from the first day. So I continued working there. I actually got close to the girl I was working in the back with because it was me and another old staff that was working in the back, you know, doing the cooking and stuff, and the other staff. But the same girl, I'll call her Samantha. Her name is close to that, Samantha. She never really took me on. She will always treat me like I was her child or something because I was young. I was the youngest on my shift and I just finished school, and them other girls was older than me that had kids and stuff like that. So I was the young one on my shift, and actually I was the newest one on my shift. Everybody else was old heads. So she treat me like, I was this child to her. She would always come and be like, oh, how long for this? Do this, do that. It's like she was the boss when the boss wasn't there. And she used to pick on me a lot. But I never told her anything because I was new and I was like, you know what? I want to respect the workers. I don't want to get into any confusion or anything with the workers, because I can remember one of the things my father told me when I started the work. He was like, go and behave yourself. He was like,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Go to your job and behave yourself.
Say what?
Don't tell nobody nothing. Do your job and come home. Because I have a little mouth on me. So he was like, just go do your job, behave yourself, come home. So I remember I went there, I was very quiet, very nice to everybody. So working there, you have to learn to do everything, Well, I guess had to learn to do everything. So I learned to do everything. I was working in the back of the house, I was working in the middle of the house, sometimes I was working in the front of the house. I was the only person on my shift that could have done everything inside that building. If you put me to work in the back, I could have worked in the back. If you put me to work in the middle of the house, I could have worked in the middle of the house. If you put me to work in the front of the house, I could have worked in the front of the house. Why? Because for some reason I had it in my head, but I think my manager, she didn't really like me too, in a way. Like, she didn't really, like, to me, she picked on me because I was a new one and I was young too. So she had me doing like every single thing. I would walk the back of the house, then she would call me to do something in the middle of the house. Then when she wanted to go on her lunch break, she would call me to stay on her machine and listen. She never taught me how to use the cash machine. I used to just go up in the front when I'm free from in the back and watch how to use it. And then one day she realized I could have used the machine, so she used to take advantage of that. So when she going on her lunch or whenever she wanted to take a little break or whatever, she used to call me from the back to come and stay on her cash machine in the front. And I was the cooker. I cooking in the back and start to leave the back to come up to deal with customers. So I can remember, doing all that. I could have worked anyway. I was an all-rounder on my shift. You put me to work anyway, I could have do it. I could have done that. So moving along, me and the Samantha girl, we still didn't click. No matter what, we didn't click. Me and the girl I work in the back of the house with, I will call her, I don't want to call people by the real name. I will call her Tammy. Okay, me and Tammy working in the back house, we actually got very close because we worked together every day. So for some reason, to me, like, Samantha didn't like that, the fact that me and Tammy was so close. So she went and she made a whole rumor that I went and tell Tammy mother-in-law some stuff about her, what is going on the job and the things, how she does behave and stuff. And listen, I only met that girl mother-in-law like twice ever in my life. And it's only when she took me, like me and her in town, and she's going to drop something off to her mother-in-law, I saw the mother-in-law. I never spoke, like had a conversation with the mother-in-law. It's always hi and bye. She made up that whole rumor that I went and said that to the mother-in-law and her, because apparently the mother-in-law found out some stuff on the job. And everybody was wondering, well, how the mother-in-law find out that? The Samantha girl jump up and says me that went and told the mother-in-law. She told Tammy that. She told Tammy, oh, it's Melissa who go and tell her mother-in-law that. And honestly, up to this day, I believe was the Samantha girl that went and told the mother-in-law that, because she knew the mother-in-law, because she and the Tammy girl was friends before me and her was even friends. Because remember, I came into the job late, them was already friends. So I honestly thought was she that told the mother-in-law whatever she went and told the mother-in-law, but she blamed it on me. And I can remember weeks, days at the in the back of the house by myself, because them in the front of the house was her, the Samantha girl, the Tammy girl. Then I had this other friend. She was also a cashier, or call her K, because she named start with K. Kay and the manager used to be stand up in the front of the store talking about me. I used to hear them in the back talking, oh, Melissa this, Melissa that, how Melissa could do that. And not one day they ever came and asked me like, Melissa, did you went and say that? They just took what Samantha say and run with it. Oh, Melissa did this, Melissa did that. So right now I was like the enemy on my shift. Me and Tammy was not speaking like before. Me and Kay was still speaking, but not like before. And Samantha in the first place didn't like me, so me and her never really had a friendship. And then my manager, to me, she didn't really like me in the beginning too, so she was taking whatever Samantha said, because she and Samantha was pretty close. Samantha was like she right hand. Every time she's in the office, Samantha was running the shift and telling people what to do and what. She always was coming back and tell me this, tell me that, boss me around, do me this, all kind of stuff. And I used to wonder, well, who is the manager, if it's her or the manager? So she took whatever Samantha said. Right, coming down to the fight now. So we had a day. Right now I turn instead of I working in the back of the house, I was working in front of the house now. I was a cashier, because the boss himself told the manager, why you have this pretty face in the back? Let the pretty face serve the customer. So she didn't have no choice than to put me up as a regular cashier. So I turn a regular cashier. I will work, certain places when other people get like day off and stuff like that, because I was the all-rounder on my team. I could have worked anyway. So a day I came into work. Boom, when you walk in, you have the office, you look to see where you're working. So I looked and I saw I was cooking, because the girl Tammy called in sick. That's the girl I used to work in the back with cooking. She called in sick. So nobody else than me to fall in for her, because there's nobody else on my shift that could cook or do anything else. So they put me to cook. So I can remember I turned and I was like, well, I don't even have my apron because I came to work to cash. So I can remember Kay, what's that she name? Kay turned and tell me that same day too, the Samantha girl, she was off from work. She was off, and then the Tammy girl called in sick. So two of them was on duty that day. So I can remember I turned and I was like, I don't even have an apron because I came to work to cash. And the same girl, Kay, turned and she tell me, she said she have an apron in the back that Samantha does use, but it's her apron, so I could use the apron. So I said, okay. So I went and I used the apron because I got the permission by the owner to use the apron, even though Samantha who does be using the apron, but the apron belongs to Kay. So I went and I used the apron. What normally when them girls finish work at night who work in the back of the house, they will wash the aprons and hang it up in the back of the house, on back of the store. They call it the back of the house. For the following day. But when I used to work in the back of the house, I used to take my apron and bring it home and wash it in the machine and then carry it back to work. So it's not my apron, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to wash it and put it back where I got it. So I actually tried my best with my hand and I washed the apron out and hanged it up for the girl for the next day. So next day come now, walking to work. Hey, I worked the night shift. Our shift was the night shift. The morning shift was already working, getting ready for us to take over. So, normally when I walk in, I will walk in and talk to the girls that they on the morning shift, on the other shift, and I stand up right by the office looking to see how I'm working. See, okay, well, I cash in today, boom, bam. And I was there standing talking to the other girls before I even head upstairs to put my bag in my locker and stuff. And then I don't know if somebody told her I came, or she heard my voice, or she saw me. All I know, she came in front of the house. Keep it in mind that the girls are working, there are customers in the line, okay? There's people in the store. She came busting in. I in front of the store, I cleared to people. All of us cleared to the customer. She bust in. Why you use my apron? And a matter of fact, you're so nasty, you can't even wash it properly. And no, you're so nasty, you don't even wash it. And she walk off just like that in front of everybody. I stand in front of the office. Them girls walking right there. I had the girl Kay stand up right next to me because two of us came in together. And she just told me that she walk off and go like I'm she child. So I turned and I was like, who she think she talking to? So Kay turned and tell me, she was like, don't let she talk to you so. So I actually turned and I follow her to the back of the store. So I follow her in the back of the store now, and I was like, who you think you're talking to? And she was already on 2 steps to go upstairs. I was in the bottom of the steps. So there is her and there is me. I'm in the bottom of the step and she's like 2 steps on top of me because she was heading to go upstairs. And I was like, who the hell you think you're talking to? You know, and I start, because I get fired up already, you understand? And then Kay already like, don't let she talk to you, so you know. So I get fired up already, like, who the hell she think she talking to? She trying. So she on the top of the stairs and I on the bottom of the stairs, and we there and we cussing. Now listen, where we standing, the girls in the back of the house can see us. The girls in front of the house can see us. You're in the middle of the house, you can see us. You are a customer in the line, you could see us clear. Because where we're standing was open. So you could see us. Probably you mightn't hear what we say because you're a far distance, but you could see us. So I was like, who you think you're talking to? And I started to hype up and she was like, well, why don't know why you use my apron? And you don't even wash it. I said, I washed the apron. Probably didn't wash properly. Well, you're so nasty. And you're this and you're that. And all I do and I stand a cussing. And I'm a person, I like to talk with my hands. If you guys can see right now, I'm talking with my hands. So I like to talk with my hands. So I then I ting, and you know how we just do it. And I'm cussing and I then I ting in my hand. Listen, this is she, this is me. And I then I tinging up like that. She was like, don't put your hand in my face. I'm like, I still think. She was like, don't put your hand in my face. And I'm like, don't put your hand in my face. All I know, I still cussing. My hand don't even there in she face because she up on a level, I do in the bottom. You understand? So my hand maybe there like this to she face, like this. It's not to say all up in she face, and like this to she face. But she feel like, you know, I'm she child. And when she tell me don't put my hand in she face, I should just obey. So I still cuss it, and she like, don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. And I still cussing. She like, don't put your hand in my face. So all I know, my hand going like this, cussing, and all I know, I feel she hand do this.
It was at this moment that he knew. He up.
Like slap off my hand. All I know when I get the slap on my hand is like all I saw was red. It's like she touched me. She touched me. It's like me and she cussing, but why she touched me? It's like I just saw red. I don't know what took over my body. Normally, I'm not the physical fighting person. If I have to do it, I will do it, but I won't just jump into a fight. But I don't know, something just take me over. Like this girl just hit me, she just slapped my hand. I don't care if it was push or what, but me and you in an argument, who give you the right to touch me? So all I know, I saw red, and all I did was fold my fist and I Lego a punch. But she was on a higher level. She was a higher level, so I Lego the punch maybe to punch her in her face, but she ended up getting the punch in her chest. I always can remember that. And when she get the punch in her chest, she get a punch in her chest. All I know, it was on. We started to fight, and we fighting. Customers in the line, and them stuff running, trying to pat us. And so, I don't know, we fight, we had a fight, but, well, we fought, but it wasn't for long. It was like maybe for a minute. I hold on to her, and she hold on to me, and all I know, the time you blink your eye, they pat us. It wasn't no, like, scuffle, we rolling up on the ground. Nothing like that. I think we did end up on the ground, but it wasn't for long. They came and they pat, because remember the whole store was full of staff. The morning staff was there, the night staff was there trying to get ready to take over the shift. And then the manager was there, and the supervisor from the first shift was there. customers in the line. I can remember the store was packed up people. I think it was a Friday or something. And here we are in the back of the store fighting. So all I know, you know, I let go the punch and that was it. And all I know, the time I blinked my eyes, we was parted from each other. I know I can remember she gets up and she was like, when she thinks she realized she chain bust, she was like, you bust my chain, you buy back my chain, you buy back my chain. And I was like, I don't buy back no effing chain, because that time I get hyper right. I was like, I don't buy back no chain, I don't buy back no chain. So I can remember how the parties know. They bring us in the office, they call the main office and they was like, they told them to let us leave and stuff like that. So the manager at the time was like, I'm so sorry, but I have to let you guys leave and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, my bag was already by the office, because remember, I didn't even make it to up the stairs to put my bag away. So I just took my bag and I left. They decided to send her home and suspend me for 2 weeks without pay. So I got suspended for 2 weeks and she got sent home. So you see, at the end of the day, I still like won. You understand? I still won because I was excited to the point that I didn't mind I got suspended for 2 weeks. I enjoyed my 2 weeks. And then 2, when I go back to work, I don't have to deal with her never, ever again. So I still had a win-win situation. So you see, so the moral of the story is, not all the time somebody prick you or juke you, you have to react. You have to pick your battles. Know when to pick your battles. So you see what happened to her. She ended up losing her job, just trying to make my work experience a living hell, and she still ended up losing her job. And I got to keep my job. Like 6 months after that, I ended up being a supervisor. Then I moved on to being an assistant manager. I stayed there a whole 7 years, gave them 7 years of my time when she lost her job, just trying to be a bully. So that's the story, guys. My first fight at my old job, but my only fight at my first job. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoy my little story. If you guys like it and you want to hear more stories from me, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And when you subscribe, hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video. It's your girl, Miss Madam. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.